Hello. Somehow it's already almost December, and here at Seed we'd usually be embarking on our Christmas campaign. However, in Madagascar Christmas is going to look quite different this year, and as many of you will know, we've spent the past 12 months working alongside doctors, midwives and community volunteers to support people through the severe drought and famine that's hit the Anosy region. We wanted to take a moment to say thank you very much to you, our supporters, because during 2021 you've helped us to support 921 children who've been diagnosed with malnutrition, together with 5,526 of their family members across 41 villages. You've helped us to distribute 36,006 kilos of rice, 24,301 cups of beans, 3,588 litres of oil and 47,942 sachets of ready-to-eat therapeutic food. We wanted to say thanks because you've given us the resources to hold hundreds of information sessions on nutrition, on breastfeeding, on storage of water, and that families have come and told us just how important those information sessions have been. This has all been delivered by our food distribution team, who previous to this emergency response had no humanitarian experience. In fact, Seed's never launched an emergency response on this scale before. We weren't sure what to expect and we weren't sure how we would resource it, but we've been blown away by the response. We wanted to say thanks again because thanks to you, we've raised almost £150,000 to support families in Madagascar's Anosy region. With the Seed team monitoring every child, we now know that recovery rates for those 921 children were almost 100%, and that's what your support has meant to communities. Whilst these are incredible results, reports from our team on the ground tell us that with another failed harvest on the horizon, the situation is getting more severe. In the deep south where we work, 49% of people are likely to be living in acute food insecurity within the next few months. 500,000 children will be facing the threat of malnutrition. In 2022, whilst we're still continuing to do this food distribution, we want to take steps to ensure that in the future, when impacts of climate change worsen, communities are better prepared to support themselves and their families. Currently, 60% of people in Madagascar's Anosy region rely on subsistence farming, which in normal times is just about enough to scratch out a living and put food on the table for their families. But when you add climate change into the picture and the worst drought for 40 years, new strategies are desperately needed. This is where Seed's new recovery and resilience work comes in. As well as continuing to provide that immediate response to those affected by famine in Madagascar's south, we'll now work to increase support for recovery of communities, building their long-term resilience. Seed's Sustainable Livelihoods programme enables people in food-insecure communities to increase their ability to provide food and income for their families. Our teams will work with families to build their skills or a business to give them financial security and food into the future. We do this through our current Livelihoods programme with projects that include Project Renitanteli, Project Secundri, Project Mahampi, Project Oratsimba and Project Stitch St. Luce. These projects have always been crucial in supporting people to strengthen their ability to provide income and food for their families. However, now they're even more important. Whilst the food we provide through emergency food distribution brings immediate relief for families, supporting people to recover will mean that the next time drought arrives in Anosy, communities will be more resilient and may not have to rely on that food emergency aid. A low crop yield won't necessarily mean that a family goes hungry because they'll have money to buy food and they'll have alternative sources of nutrition. The communities of southeastern Madagascar are already hugely resilient in character. We at Seed have the opportunity and the privilege to support communities on their own terms, but we need your help to do so. In Madagascar there's a saying, Aleo mishoka toi izahi mishambu. It means it's better to prevent than cure, and this is what recovery and resilience and our appeal is all about. We would love it if you would take a look and support our recovery and resilience appeal, And since the day is Giving Tuesday, there couldn't be a better time to do so. Thanks so much for all your support over the year. It's had a massive impact and made a huge difference. So this year for Christmas, there'll be no Christmas cards with lemurs climbing Christmas trees. There'll be no online advent calendars. Just a quiet campaign asking you, our supporters, to continue to support our team, to support communities, to avoid hunger, recover and become more resilient. Thank you very much.